Hello, everybody, and welcome. How are you today? So, I just finished up my lunch and I've got my Frappuccino, and it's time to talk about Amberlynn Reed. Anyone who's been following Amber or have been on Twitter or YouTube, then I'm sure you're all aware that Amberlynn Reed and Faline, wifey, have broken up. So, Amberlynn did a video alone talking about the breakup, and she was very sad, allegedly. And now she did another video with Feline, and they were discussing the breakup. And of course, Amberlynn, being the narcissist that she is, when it comes to a narcissist, in every story, they're either the victim or the hero, or perhaps a little bit of both, depending on what the story is. So I wanted to give my thoughts on the heartbreak video and react to it, as well as show you guys some really awesome stuff on Twitter. Give you something to smile about today, because there has been some funny stuff that I found on Twitter that I thought you guys should see. So let's start with the stuff on Twitter, shall we? Give you a reason, a reason to smile today. You are going to have a bit of a giggle, I promise. So, okay, there is my Twitter. For those who want to find me on Twitter, it's Wow Girl Sarah. Okay, no cats, no life. What's going on with the kitty? That's funny. Is the kitty blowing us all a raspberry? It kind of looks like it. That's just funny. All right, that's something about Chantal. Oh, look. Look at this from Small Silly Cat. Now, we've all heard of air biscuits with cats. But what about a water biscuit? We got bath biscuits. Contrary to popular belief, some cats actually do love water. And apparently, this little boy loves the water. All right, out of context dogs. It's was like, nope, 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 nope. My sushi. Don't touch it. I'll bite your hand off. Do not touch my sushi rolls. Get away. That's funny. All right, now this is funny. So we have a big old boy sitting right here, and here's what the signs say. This is Fat Fred. He is a boy. He is not pregnant. He weighs 28 pounds. Yes, he is on a diet. No, it's not working well. Fat Fred loves people. You may come in and pet him. He sits on small children and loves being scratched near his hips. Fat Fred is not up for adoption, but we do have smaller models available. Yeah, but I'm sure everybody wants to take Fat Fred home because he's just a big old boy. All right, so that was just like the brief things on Twitter I wanted to show you guys. It wouldn't take too terribly long. So now we're going to go over to the actual Amberlynn video. The video itself, you don't see Amberlynn and you don't see Feline. Now, when I saw that you didn't see either one, it looked very sus to me. For the most part, Feline has been very private when it comes to YouTube. Amberlynn has been keeping her private, but now that they're breaking up, suddenly she wants Feline to do videos with her, and neither one are showing their face on camera. So I'm wondering, Amber, did you purposely not have the camera on so you could sit beside Feline and direct what she was supposed to say? Maybe you guys had some sort of a script, or you were coaching her, and if you turn the camera on, that would be revealed. It just looks really sus. You did the breakup video by yourself, but you're bringing Feline on camera, and neither one of you are showing yourselves. And by doing that, you could coach her through this video, because you're basically monetizing this breakup. Feline's been mostly a private person, but since everybody's got a lot to say about it, you are kind of pressing her to come on camera with you in some kind of way and defend you and make it seem like, oh, you're not such a bad person and you're not toxic and you're not this and you're not that. Girl, we see you. Before we get to the video, though, let's get to the comments section because the comments section was absolutely brutal with Amber, and I'm here for it. Howard Johnson says ALR threatening to call the law on Becky if she speaks her truth. That's the kind of person she is. Yeah, that happened too. So apparently, Amberlynn has been threatening Becky to call the law on her if she makes videos talking about Amberlynn. Now, Becky was with Amber for quite a while, and I'm sure she knows more than a few secrets. I don't know what she knows. It could be something simple, it could be something complex, it could be something very damaging. But whatever it is that Becky knows, Amber is worried enough that she's actually been threatening Becky with legal action. And Becky has been firing off a little bit about that, and that's why everybody knows what's going on. So, yeah, Amber, threatening your ex, even though you've taken your time to talk about Becky and embarrass Becky and humiliate Becky and say whatever you like. But the moment that one of your exes wants to come forward and say something about you, suddenly it's not fair game. Ketone says there is no way Amber is going to live alone. Well, she can't. She needs help for doing simple things. She needs a caretaker. She's not looking for a girlfriend. She's looking for a full time caretaker. And that's a lot to ask of somebody new in your life. You know, just establishing a relationship is hard enough. But to be a girlfriend and you also have to be a full time live in caretaker, that's a big job. Kelsey says you were sad for about 2 minutes before you realized I can capitalize on this by making 4 videos in a row about the breakup. Never change, Amber. We know you won't. Yeah, she's so sad, y'all. She's so heartbroken about this breakup, but it only took her days to start doing videos. I'm sorry. I've been with people. I've been married a couple of times. Both those marriages are done with. I've been in a relationship before that. When you are with somebody you love and suddenly it's over, it's something that hurts you for a long time. And I can't imagine a situation where you're in a relationship, you're supposedly in love, and then it's over and you're torn up about it. And in the middle of being torn up, you decide, you know what? The best thing for me to do is to go on YouTube and make some videos. Yeah, I'll just turn on my camera and do videos. I can't relate. I just can't. 4 days after a breakup and you're making videos, what's wrong with you, Amber? Seriously. Uh, Mrs. Pooter says, shout out to Faline for boring us one last time. Bro has the personality of a brick. Now, I don't know Faline, but I want to say this about Faline. For the most part, she's been private. Amber preferred to keep her off camera, which was their choice together. Something that I listened to in the video, something I picked up. So, Faline, she's not going to leave the house immediately. According to the video, Faline's going to be staying with Amber for a while longer. So if you're in a situation where you're living with somebody and you have nowhere else to go, you're going to play nice. And even for the worst person in the world, you're going to play nice because you have nowhere else to call home and nowhere else to sleep. And I think part of the reason why Faline sounds the way that she does is for that reason. That if you're living with somebody, their name is on the lease, they're paying the bills, you've got nowhere else to go, you're going to say whatever it is you need to say just to keep a roof over your head until the situation changes. I'd be very interested to hear what Faline has to say when she moves away from Amber and Amber doesn't have full control of her. Sarah says Amber is the epitome of toxic relationships, jumping from one right into the next. Don't do this, ladies. Love yourself. I agree with you, Sarah. You shouldn't jump from one relationship to another. There's a name for that. It's called rebound. And rebounds never work out. If you are damaged, If you're sad, if you're heartbroken, the worst thing you can do is jump directly into another relationship because you're broken. And if you're entering into a relationship broken and the person that you're going for, they're not broken and they're getting attached to you during the relationship, if you heal, you might find that how you feel and what you want are completely different, which is going to lead to a messy breakup, which is going to lead to bad feelings. Why put yourself through that? Why set yourself and the other person up for that? Just make sure you're at full power before you jump into a relationship. But Amber, as I said, she's not looking for a girlfriend. She's looking for a full time caretaker slash nurse to be her girlfriend. And if you want my opinion on that, I think it's because if she had to pay a professional caretaker or professional nurse, that would be a lot of money out of pocket. It's much cheaper to pick someone, call them your girlfriend, and give them all the jobs that a caretaker and a nurse would have to do. And, you know, unlike a professional, they don't cost nearly as much. Sharp Shay Perez says, we don't know her, talking about Feline. You kept her private, so deal with this privately because honestly, this doesn't matter. It matters to you, it matters to her, but we don't connect to this person. Right. She's not really part of the content. You know, Chamber can do whatever content she wants on her channel. She can share whatever she likes. She could just say, look, Feline and I have broken up and it's over and I'm sad and leave it at that. She doesn't have to do video after video after video. She's choosing to do this. She's taking this breakup and monetizing it every which way she can think of. Eddie says Amber just had to let us know that Feline is taking the breakup really, really hard, and leaving Amber is the most difficult thing she's ever had to do because Amber is so great. Yeah, like again, narcissist. In every story, they are the hero or the victim. They are the good one. There's nothing wrong with them at all. And remember, Feline is still going to be staying with Amber. So if Amber, that's her house, just to keep things kosher, she's going to say and do whatever she needs to until she's out the door. So I'm taking what Feline says in this video with a grain of salt, and I'm keeping that in mind. She's just looking out for herself right now, and it might be a whole different story once she's in another location. KM says, shocked you found the time for this joke between the legal threats you're sending Becky's way. Karma, big cherry. Yeah, she did this video. She's so heartbroken, guys, but yet she found the time and the thought to go after Becky. I'm sorry. I've been heartbroken before, and that's all you could think about. You know, like you're just swimming in a sea of pain, and yet, despite her swimming in a sea of pain, she's going to threaten Becky in the middle of it. Haley says, just because someone is good to you doesn't mean they are a good person. You can treat some people well and still treat others like garbage. This is true. I've known plenty of people like that, that in one social circle, they're a great person, they're cool, they're hip, they're awesome, but in private, they were a whole different story. Muffins Megapint says, you have to agree. Otherwise, you'll get a restraining order against you. Yep, that's Amber. That's Amber to a T. AJ says this has to be one of the most narcissistic and off-putting showcases of disingenuous imitation of human emotion I've seen in all my years of watching ALR or even YouTube in general. Yeah, it was so wooden. It was absolutely wooden. For two people who've lived together for as long as they have, and they're supposed to have all this great emotion, it was very stale. It was so wooden. I mean, there's no other word to call it. It's just so lacking in emotion. I mean, a breakup is one of the most emotional times you can go through, and yet there was lack of emotion here. It was like, what, you know, like one thing does not match the other. Teresa says, when you truly love someone and break up, it's painful. You don't need to publicize. You just want to be left alone. Yes, yes to all of that. You break up with somebody, you don't want to have a camera in your face. You don't want to make videos. You want to be left alone. And if you loved the person that you were with, if there was something good in the relationship at all, then you just agree to disagree and go your separate ways. It doesn't have to be a three-ring circus, Amber. Big AI Cherry Jade says silencing someone makes Amber look even worse, and I don't think she even realizes it. Scaring someone into submission is not a good look, and it's just downright abusive. Yep, talking about Becky, and maybe even Faline. You know, like I said, Faline is still living there, and she has nowhere to go. She doesn't know she's going to happen to her, so she's in survival mode. She's in survival mode. Like I have nowhere to go. I have no one else to go to, and I got to think about my day to day. So I'm just going to go along with the program until I can figure this out. Uh, Muffin says we're broken up, watching movies together, throwing compliments at each other, and going grocery shopping. Cut it out. This is so pathetic. The codependency level is at code red. Yeah, like Amber is relying on Feline to be there to save her image, to take care of her, and Feline needs a place to stay. So it's pretty evident that both ladies, they're not there for each other for the right reasons. It's just, I need something from you. You need something from me. This is working right now. And that's why we're both here. It's not about just love. It's about, I need something from the other person. And so I have to stay where I'm at. Linda says Feline is looking for someone who she can go out with, travel with, and be at the same level socially. Who wouldn't want a partner to share life with, not just live in an apartment with? Exactly. Amber put herself in a place where she can't do much, she can't go places, she can't do things alone, like the most basic things she needs help with. And she wonders why she keeps losing people. Why people just get to a place where they just can't tolerate her anymore and they want to leave. You know, it's she's become a bit of a burden in every way, emotionally, physically, and she's just not figuring it out that if she wants people to enjoy time with her and be with her, she's got to be independent at least a little bit. Uh, Ellis says this is more like the end of a contract than a real romantic relationship. Well, who knows how things were behind the scenes between her and Feline. But trust and believe, Amber cannot be alone. She doesn't know how. She needs help. So she's probably got somebody already lined up to take care of her because she can't do alone. She just can't. So I could sit here all day with the comments because there were a lot of really great ones. The comment section was just giving it to her. But let's get on to the actual video. You guys can hear this bunch of nonsense for yourselves. Let's do it.
All right, you guys. So Feline is here, and this is hard for the both of us, but I asked her if she wanted to, you know, say her side or anything, because there are a lot of you.
Okay, before we even get started with this, look, I know we can't see their faces. That we're not going to see either one of their faces here. But I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up right now. Because I used to have a job where I was on the phone with people a lot. You could pick up a lot of things by a person's voice. A lot of things. And I'm listening to Amber's voice. And I'm remembering the voice that she had when she did the breakup video. She's not sounding sad. She sounds actually quite happy. Weird. You're just breaking up with somebody and you sound happy. Very, very strange. She doesn't sound sad at all. She sounds very cheerful. Weird. Anyway, let's go.
Who do like her?
There's no sides. Like, I don't feel like there's any sides to this breakup.
No, there's no sides, but I definitely want you to be able to use your voice. And this is the best way to do it. I went onto Instagram and these were the top questions. And Feline already went over them to decide if she wants to answer them or not. And she said they're all fine to answer.
And I have to agree with the other person. Who goes on Instagram looking for questions during a breakup? Why? You got two people supposedly in love. A breakup has happened. Why do you need to go to Instagram for questions? You're breaking up with somebody, you want to know why, or what did not work, and what did work, and what can I do to improve myself, and where did everything go wrong? Wouldn't those be the questions you'd want to ask that person? Why are you going to the public for questions when both of you should have questions for each other? Weird.
Because obviously I want her to be able to speak about what she wants to speak about. So
I don't remember a single one of those questions.
do you want to go over them again?
No, it's fine. Just throw them at me.
Okay. So the first question is, will you be moving out of state as well?
Yeah. I think I just want a clean slate. I don't know where I'm going yet. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I just know I'm moving. I don't know where. I don't have a set date, but that's just a new adventure.
Yeah.
So, Feline, you said you want to move somewhere, you want to move out of state. There's no plan here. I know that this whole breakup thing just happened. And when you break up with somebody, your head spun for a while. You just, it's hard to process anything. I get that. You want to move out of state, but you're not sure what state you want to go to. You don't know. You have nothing to go on. There's no plan here. None. This breakup just happened. So you want to move out of state, but not knowing what state, what you're going to do, what your life is going to be like. That's a lot of planning. But it sounds like you and Amberlynn are going to be living together for quite a while, because just to move anywhere, it's very expensive. Maybe getting another job somewhere, that takes time also. So like there's, you guys just broke up and now you're in a position of, what do I do now? Where do I go? You're not even sure.
I feel emotional.
No.
We both keep going back and forth between numb and super emotional. And it's always on different times. When I'm emotional, she's numb. When I'm numb, she's emotional.
We haven't synced up our emotions yet.
No.
You know what's weird, Amber? You said you wanted to give Feline a voice in this video. But I listened to this video. You know whose voice I heard the most of? You. You hardly let Feline talk. You did this video with Feline, using her as a shield, because everybody has been coming forward and saying part of the reason why the two of you are breaking up, it's because of you, the way you treat people, the fact that you don't take care of yourself, you're not interested in being healthy at all. You just expect for whatever new person that comes into your life to take care of you full time and give up their life just to take care of yours. You're using Feline as a shield. You said you're doing this video to give her a voice, but yet your mouth is the one that's running right now.
Will you remain in each other's lives as friends?
I mean, we better.
We absolutely better.
100%. I mean, that's still my best friend. Like,
Oh.
don't cry.
You want to be honest? I literally.
I'm sorry, like I'm finding the behavior in this video weird. You just broke up with somebody and you're laughing and giggling. Who does this?
Thought that you were going to be the one to cry during this.
I don't know. I'm like, I feel very detached.
So it's been working
in this moment of time. I have my moments where I'm crying. Like you said, I have my moments where I'm numb. But this moment, it just feels like a surreal.
Yeah. And what I mean by it's working is like, because I'm the one who kind of made the rules. No sleeping in the bed together. I keep asking her if she's comfortable on the couch. She says it's cozy. So, all right. Next question. Will you keep the tattoos you got that have to do with Amber?
Oh God, please tell me, Feline, you did not get tattoos of Amber on your body. Those are always relationship killers. It always occurs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a reason not to. Um,
Are you kidding me? I don't see a reason not to. The relationship is over. Get a cover up.
my tattoos are a story of my life, my journeys, and people in my life.
Yeah, like, listen, everybody's tattoo art is different. Some of them are things to your personal taste, or they might involve memories of people you've known or do know, or things you've done. But why would you want to have a tattoo on your body that reminded you of Amber? She's not the most positive person in the world. And I'm sure living with her wasn't the most positive experience. So why would you want to be reminded of that every single day?
Um, and yeah, Amber may not be my partner anymore, but she's still someone I love. That doesn't change. No, I'm not
She'll get a cover up.
just gonna erase her.
Do you think it's going to be hard to see the tattoos though? Because I can't even imagine.
Um, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be, a whole new adjustment when we're not living together.
Like once we say our,
Yeah,
I was going to say final goodbyes, but I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's final goodbyes. I told you that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's just gonna be us not living together anymore.
I'm telling you, I'd be very interested to hear what Feline would have to say on her own, completely away from Amber, if it would be different than what we're hearing right now. Right now, Amber is sitting next to her, and she's still got to live with Amber. And if she doesn't have another place to go, and that's the way it's sounding because she's sleeping on the couch. If she had another place to go, I seriously doubt she'd be sleeping on the couch. But would she sound different if she were in another location away from Amber and Amber not sitting next to her, directing her every word?
In two completely different states. But you love to travel. So,
I'll make my way to you at some point.
yes, you will. In your words, why did the breakup happen?
In my words, I feel like this is probably the most adult relationship I've ever had.
What? She told you to say that, didn't she, Feline? She told you to say that. This is the most adult relationship I've ever been in. Ma'am, you were involved with a woman that couldn't take care of herself, didn't want to take care of herself, was immature in every way. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Amber is someone that she's codependent on whoever she becomes involved with. And she's always trying to find that workaround of she doesn't want just a girlfriend. She's cheap and she's trying to find an alternative to having to spend her YouTube money on hiring a full time professional caretaker, nurse, and maid. So she thought, you know what? I'll just pick somebody and I'll have them live with me and I'll buy them food and they'll just do all these things. They'll do all these jobs and I'll just call them my girlfriend. And she's toxic. She's a narcissist and it's got to be her way. And she's not interested in taking care of herself. She'll put the burden of her care on you. How can you sit there and say this is the most adult relationship you've ever had with someone who is so incredibly mature? Immature, I mean.
There was a lot of growth on both ends,
What?
and as you grow, sometimes you just realize you need different things than what you may have originally thought you needed. Um, and that's what it came down to. We don't give each other what we need, um, in not all senses. That's not in all senses, but in enough sense that we just realized we may not be the best for each other.
I'm just going to break it down for you, Amber, since you can't read between the lines. I know you like to read books, but you're not good about reading between the lines. Let me just read the room for you. Translation: Faline is letting you down easy. She's trying to be nice, and she's not stupid right now. She's still living with you. So she's not going to come at you and hit you between the eyes with 100% truth about who you are and what you do and how you treat people. She says we both need different things. Translation: she wants her life. She wants to go live. She wants to go do things. She wants to spend time around people, and obviously you don't. And she's tired of your BS, of saying you're going to change and being healthy, but you're not truly interested. Maybe Feline wanted to help you be healthy. Maybe she had the thought of, I can help her be healthy. But then she realized this whole thing with you is way over her head. She decided to put her own life above taking care of you. She wanted to take care of herself. So there you go. There's a translation. You're too much to deal with. Taking care of you is a full-time job. I want my life back. I want to be able to go live and go do things. And since you're not going to put yourself in a position where eventually you can be healthy and we can do things together, I want to go live.
um, or at least in the capacity of a relationship. Like there was no animosity, there is no animosity. Um, at least from my end, there's no ill will.
Of course, you're not going to be have animosity for her, Feline. Look, I'm not trying to be harsh with you, Mama, but let's be real. If you're living with somebody, it's their house, they're paying the rent. Of course, you're going to keep your mouth shut. Of course, you will. I'm sure there were plenty of moments where you wanted to say something to her, but you buttoned your lip because you know where your bread's buttered. You're living with somebody, it's their house, and if you have nowhere to go, you're going to think about that. You're going to remember that. And you're going to tell yourself, I'm mad at her, but I can't say anything. Because if I say something, then I won't have a place to live. And I got to think about that. I got to think real carefully. So again, you two are doing this video. She's sitting right next to you. You've still got to stay there. With her, at least you have a couch to sleep on. And beyond that couch, you don't know what else is outside the house. So you're playing nice.
It's we're still in love. Like I still love her, but sometimes that's just not enough.
Let me correct you, Feline. You're not in love. You may love her as a person, but you're not in love. That's completely different. Because if you were in love, you wouldn't be breaking up, would you?
To push a relationship through,
Yeah,
you know.
I've tried to explain that, and some people don't believe in mutual breaking up, and it is a thing. It's when two people agree to go their separate ways, and we agree on that, as painful as it is.
I mean, I guess to those people, like you're in a sense lucky that you've never had to experience that.
Yeah, because it's a different type of pain
This
for
is
sure.
definitely a different type of pain because if you end things on bad terms, you can wipe that person from your life and just move on. But it's like,
Especially if you're not in love with them anymore.
yeah, and it's like you can just move on, move forward, and that's that. But when you're still in love with a person, it's like you have to make that unselfish decision to say, I'm not what you need. And I will say it's probably one of the most mature things I've ever done.
Yeah. So the next question was actually, are you still in love with Amberlynn?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, way to put the pressure on, Amber. Way to put the pressure on. She's sitting right next to you, living in your house. What do you think she's going to say?
Of course. I love her with all my heart.
If you could turn back time, what would you do differently?
There's a lot of things I would do differently.
Really?
Yeah. Um, I would have made sure I was in a better place emotionally, mentally, um, before entering this relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still at a point in my life where I'm growing and changing from year to year. Um,
Week
and
to week. Me too, though.
yeah. And I think when we first started dating, I thought I was like in a good spot. I was taking medication for mental health, going to therapy regularly. Um, I had felt the best I've felt in my adult life, and I thought like it can't get any better than this. But there was still a lot of things I needed to work on,
Yeah.
and I know you saw that firsthand.
Yeah.
And you know what, Valine, if you were taking care of yourself, you were on the right path. I applaud you for that. But you involved yourself with somebody who is not really interested in her mental health or her physical health. And if you're someone and you're trying to get on the right path and you happen to form a relationship with someone that they're not working on themselves, that's going to bring you down. You know, birds of a feather flock together. If one person is broken and on the mend, and you attach yourself to someone who's broken and not trying to mend, it's just going to make you backtrack.
Both of us have a lot we have to work on.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to be the one that got away.
Oh please. Oh please.
Because I think about that saying where it's just like we're right for each other, but like not right now, and you never know what the future holds.
And it's interesting that you say that, Amber, because you're saying that Feline's going to be the one that got away. I've been watching you for a minute. I don't watch all of your content, but I've seen enough of it to say that of all of the women that you've been attached to, the one that you had the most passion with, the most energy was Destiny. That was the one you've always come back to. Destiny, Destiny, Destiny. And everybody else after Destiny, they were just fill-ins. They were just fill-in side characters that filled in the space that Destiny used to have. You've been looking for another Destiny and trying to find it, not finding it. You're always looking for another Destiny. If you can't have Destiny, you want a replacement. You're saying that Feline's gonna be the one to get away. And you're also saying sometimes you can find the right one, but they're not the right one right now. Big question. What are you doing for yourself that if this person, Feline, is the right one, and she's not the right one right now, but she might be the right one later, what are you doing for yourself to put yourself in a place that if that's true, that she's the right one later, the two of you can be together and be healthy and happy and experience life to the fullest later. Because I haven't seen anything. You're not improving your health. You're not really going to therapy. You're just being a busybody on YouTube, exploiting your relationships. Even if he's the right one 2 or 3 years from now, 2 or 3 years down the road, you're going to be the same person. And things might end up the same way.
That's it. You never know what the future holds.
You never know.
Who fucking knows?
Okay, so next question is, how are you feeling?
And it's been a rough few days.
That first day, especially, like, because I mentioned, I told them about you drinking and how scary that was.
Yeah, I'm not very good at.
Can I say something about that? I think Amber talking about Faline drinking, she really shouldn't have shared that. It's a bit personal. We didn't need to know that. It was kind of tacky and rude and disrespectful to talk about that. I mean, we've all had bad moments. I think if anybody were to share that with us first, it should have been Faline out of her own mouth, not coming out of Amber's mouth. That's just my opinion.
I'm not an emotional person. Amber is definitely the emotional one out of the two of us.
Yes, I am.
I bottle up my emotions until I can't take it anymore, and
Same. I'm the same way.
that first day, I definitely pushed everything down until it just came out in the worst way possible. But I've been allowing myself to cry. I've been allowing myself to sit in those sad moments, not stay there, but just sit for a moment.
Hey, you know what? Tears are free therapy, and they're cleansing, and they're good for you. There's no shame in crying. If you got to cry, if you want to get all that out, get it out. Tears are good therapy.
And actually talking about it, like talking about it with you has been fairly therapeutic.
Really?
I will say.
Yeah. Even as painful as it is, I feel like that's probably a good thing to talk about it, And I'm proud of you because I know through our whole relationship, it's hard for you to express your feelings.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we're grieving the same thing. It's like I still feel like, even though this is our breakup, I still feel like you're on my side.
Of course.
I think they should have had this conversation in private. This did not have to be a YouTube video. Like if you're breaking up with somebody for real and the pain is real, if you want to have a conversation with them or conversations about the breakup to find out the what's and the whys and get answers to give yourself closure and to give your partner closure, this should be done in private. It should not be a YouTube video.
And you're online.
Of course.
I know a lot of people don't get it.
And that's okay.
You don't
because
have
they
to.
didn't live it, and it's fine.
Yeah, because like people say, we don't know Faline. We didn't know your guys' relationship. Like that's what I try to get across to people is that like what you see on camera isn't my full life.
Well, you know what, Amber? It just looks funny. It looks really funny and funky that the entire time you were with Faline, you kept her off camera, you kept it private, which is fine. Some people prefer to keep things private. But isn't it funny and funky that during the relationship, you kept her off camera, you kept it private for her own protection from the trolls, I guess. But now that you guys are breaking up, you're exploiting the crap out of her in the end of this relationship. It just looks weird.
What's important to me is you. And I protected your privacy for so long, and I'm going to continue to do so. But by doing that, they didn't get to see the beauty in us. They didn't see the fun. They didn't see the love. And that's okay. But
and there was a lot of that.
There was a lot.
There was.
You know what, though? It's okay if we didn't see the beauty or the love. It's okay. You can have a YouTube channel and talk about other things and keep the beauty and the love private for yourselves and for that other person. You don't have to put everything on YouTube, Amber. Some things can be just for you. So you didn't share everything with us. That's all right. But it does look funky that you wanted to keep Faline behind the scenes. You did. But now that there's this heartbreak and you were really quick to talk about it, and now you're dragging her on camera to talk, it looks weird. It just looks weird.
A lot of that.
Yes.
Even now, there's still laughter and
Yeah.
stupid inside jokes.
Yeah.
And I only expect that to continue.
Yeah, me too.
But no relationship is perfect.
Nope.
But I really do commend you for acknowledging, what you need.
I mean, same. So the last question, is there anything else you want to say or you want to add or whatever it may be? This isn't the last time you guys are going to hear from Faline, by the way.
Oh, there we go. This isn't the last time you're going to hear from Faline because I'm going to exploit this heartbreak thing in as many videos as I can before she's gone. Nice, Amber.
Because we do have some months together.
Up, there you go. There it is. That's why Faline's playing nice. That's exactly why. She's in survival mode. She's got nowhere else to go. She's got to stay there with Amber. If you are breaking up with somebody and you live with them, usually the way it goes, you talk to each other and either you stay there and you just make nice or you move out somewhere else. Faline has nowhere else to go right now. And so they're talking about being together for the next few months, which is expected because if Faline's talking about moving to another state, it's going to take a while to save money to get there, correct? So in the few months or whatever months are left, Amber's going to be milking the crap out of this.
And I'm going to start vlogging again. I don't want it to be awkward for her to be, her limbs to be part of my vlogs still. So we just want to make it very clear that this is not, I mean, it's dramatic, but it's not the type of drama that I think people want or they're looking for. So yeah, anyways, is there anything else that you'd like to say?
You're a good person.
Thank you.
How much did she pay you to say that, Faline?
That was random. I was not expecting that. So are you?
No, but you're a genuinely good person.
No, she's not. No, she's not. No, we know better, Faline.
Like I've never. See, you got me emotional.
I see the tears. They're starting.
I've never had someone show me what I'm worth.
Oh,
I guess.
you're worth so much. And that's why this is happening, because you deserve the world. And sadly, right now.
So you've said that a couple of times, Amber. You said that in the breakup video. She deserves the world. So if you have someone that you love, why can't you use this relationship and the fact that somebody loves you as motivation to get yourself together so that you can be with your partner and be happy? Saying she deserves the world. Why not get yourself together so you can experience the world with her? Instead, you're going to basically be a burden to any person that you get involved with. They not only have to give you love, they have to be your caretaker, your nurse, your maid, fetch your groceries, do your errands, walk your dog. You're asking whatever partner you pick to wear a lot of hats versus just one, being a girlfriend, giving you love, giving you affection, and having time enough for themselves. Being with you means that person does not have time or energy for themselves. They got to be entirely focused on you. And you wonder why everything goes to ruin. It's because the other person gets overwhelmed and exhausted, and yet you still won't let up. Every person deserves to have time and space for themselves. But expecting another person to do everything for you is too much.
Because of circumstances, I can't give you that.
What circumstances? This is where I'm going to yell at you. Madam, you're on YouTube. You're doing well financially. Do not give that crap to me. You're making the kind of money, whatever you need, whatever you want, you can get to get healthy, to be healthy. You want healthy food? You can cook healthy food, or you can have food delivered. You want to work out? You can get some workout equipment for your house. You can work out with YouTube videos. You can start to get healthy. You can start to drop the weight. You can start to get yourself together. You know how many people out there would love to be in your position where they're overweight, but to have access to so many tools and resources and time to work on their health full time? You're in that position right now, and you're not using it wisely. You're squandering the fortune that you have, the time that you have. Work on yourself, Amber. Stop up, be over there making excuses about why you can't do something and find a reason to do it.
No.
And I can't give you that.
I know. But we can be best friends and we can be in each other's lives. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're just a good person. Like, I know there's people out there who just want to see the character of Amberlynn, but behind the scenes and off camera, you're a good person.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see your growth in the next phase of your life.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you do take the time to just learn about you more.
Stop lying. You're gonna be a jealous ex. You just want me to be single.
Oh, geez. There's the narcissist in her, y'all. Listen to that. You're just going to be the jealous ex. Jealous of what? Oh, my God. Really? You're going to be the jealous ex. You're going to be so jealous when I'm with somebody new. Oh, no, she won't. You know what she's going to be saying where she's at? Dude, I was there. I've been there. I've done that. It's not that much fun. I got off that ride. I'm not getting back on. Whoever you are, new person, good luck to you. Yeah, don't envy you at all. You're making yourself sound like such a catch, Amber. You're not a catch. If you are a catch, you are that fish that the fisherman gets on his fishing line, and he gets it on the hook and says, nope, I'm not keeping that. Bye. You're not the catch that you think you are.
Fuck out of here.
See, we be joking still.
Get
No.
the fuck out of here.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be single this bad in my life. I have not been single since I was 16. Like, when you really realistically think about it, I've always either been in a relationship or I've been talking to somebody, but I don't want that. I want to see who I am as a single individual.
Same here.
And I think that'd be good for you. For you to stand on your own, be on your own, focus on yourself and not about being in another relationship. That'd be great. Get yourself together, focus on you. Let's see if you can do it though. Let's see if it actually happens. Or if you're going to cave and bring somebody else in to be your caretaker.
gonna be interesting for us both to find that, you know.
Yeah, I haven't been single in a while. I mean, there are periods of time where I'm single. Um, but I want some extended period
Yeah,
of time.
it's gonna be good for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a time of growth, time of reflection. Um,
It's gonna be weird for me and hard, but it's gonna be interesting because, like, I've noticed, like, especially in the last, like, maybe 4 years of my life, I like to be alone. Like, I like my alone time. You know?
see, don't go crazy with that.
I mean, yes, I
don't
love
go
being
crazy.
near you. I love
Don't go
being near
crazy.
you. That doesn't change.
Hey, I love my alone time too. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need to be alone. Sometimes you want to be by yourself and you don't want anybody to bother you. You don't want anybody talking to you. You just want some space. Everybody craves a little bit of individual space. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not weird. You could have a partner that you love to death. And then sometimes you'll look at them and say, look, it's not you. You've done nothing wrong. I'm not mad at you, but get out of my hair. Just go away. I just want to be alone right now. I don't want to talk. I don't want to interact. I just want to be alone and think. That's completely healthy.
But, like, you know, those couple of times where you went to see your family and I was here, like, I loved that alone time, you know?
I mean, I think you need some alone time.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
You as well.
I do. Yeah, I just need to figure out where I'm gonna settle. I mean, maybe I'll hop from place to place for a little bit.
Got to be a little realistic, but you're going to figure it out. You're a free spirit. This isn't the end of us. It's
Just a new chapter.
It's just a new chapter. It hurts, but I feel like it'll be worth it, hopefully, in the end.
I can only see good things coming from this.
Yeah, same.
Wow, that was depressing.
Stop right now.
Over here crying, you're crying.
I know you ended up crying, you emotional thing. Where did this emotion come from?
You must have put some teardrops up in my eyes.
Yeah, that's what
I
it was.
wasn't looking.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you put something in the air, making my eyes water. That's all it is.
Whatever. It's the chemtrails.
Don't get me started, because you know I will go off on some sort of conspiracy.
Oh my god, we should start a podcast.
Oh my god. Absolutely nobody would understand what we're talking about.
No.
There would be like a select few people who are like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, thank you, Faline, for using your voice to just share your side. We've had a few days to reflect, and I definitely feel a lot more level-headed and clear-headed versus how I felt a couple days ago. So that's good. And I think you're feeling the same way. I can kind of tell.
It's starting to sink in.
I feel like
Haven't fully digested it yet, but it's starting to sink in.
yeah, this situation is going to be like an onion. And right now,
Yeah.
I think we're just slowly getting into the second layer.
Speaking
Freaking Amber and her layers. You know, if you guys want to handle things the right way, you do it in private, not in front of a camera. But that's just my opinion.
of onions,
What?
can we watch Shrek?
If you guys want to know a random fact about Faline, Shrek is her favorite movie. She's seen it like maybe 300 times. So, random fact.
But you won't watch it with me.
Whatever. I can't watch any movies. My attention span, I don't
Don't play with me. We watch movies. You had me watch Krampus.
You fell asleep halfway through.
It was so bad.
You didn't get to see the gingerbread men.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
He was down the chimney.
No. I'm talking when they're trying to kill, and then like the creepy thing in like the basement.
Oh no, I slept through all that.
Yeah, you did. Anyways, we're gonna probably take a nap. Neither of us have been sleeping very good. She's on the couch. I'm in the bedroom, where a lot of wonderful moments went down. So it's hard. Sorry.
Ugh.
TMI. I mean, in all.
We did not need to hear that part, Amber. That's kind of personal.
Sorry. So it's just hard for me to, sleep in the bed. But so I think we're both going to take a nap. And then we have some grocery shopping we have to do. So, all right, you guys.
Yeah, so from the sounds of it, it sounds like Faline is going to be there for quite a while. For months, she said. So we haven't heard the last of Faline. And I'm sure Faline's going to be on her best behavior because if she's got nowhere else to go, like her mind is going to be in survival mode, like making sure that her basic needs are met. And, if the couch is all she's got right now, then she's going to play nice. She's going to say nice things to Amber to stay on her good side. So there's that. So that's it for this video with the heartbreaking conversation. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.